Hello, welcome to Student Success 101 series. My name is Michael and I'm a learning specialist here at Lehigh Carbon Community College. Today we're going to be looking at college essentials, particularly college faculty, one aspect of them at least. All right, so let's talk about your college faculty. Right, college faculty are a diverse group of professionals from various fields of study with various life experiences, hold different perspectives and have high academic standards, right? So they are a diverse group of people. Right? This is a good thing, and this can be very challenging at the same time. So let's talk about the good first, right? Your faculty they differ in their worldviews, right? Perspectives on things in and out of their fields, right? Their approaches to teaching the content, their approaches to evaluating your learning, and their rules and expectations of behaviors that they expect of their students, right? And other differences. This is good. All these things are all good because that's one of the points of a liberal, broad education is that you're going to get a lot of different perspectives and you're going to have a lot of different things going on, right? This is challenging too, right? The diverse faculty are different in their approaches to teaching content, their approaches to evaluating your learning, the rules and expectations of behaviors, and there's a bunch of other differences too. So this diversity in faculty is really a good thing and a challenging thing too. Right? It's like having multiple bosses. So having this multiple boss thing is like you have some tools already that can help you through this challenge. Right? These tools include your syllabi, your in-class mastery of your learning, so how to handle class and learning in class, right? Your out-of-class learning mastery, right? Your support services, and some other tools, but we're just going to be focusing on those 4 items in this video, okay? So your syllabi is your first thing that's really important when you think about your individual faculty members. Right? The section of the syllabi you want to pay attention to is, for each class, is the class policies, rules, assignments. Those sections are really unique to your faculty member. The other stuff's really important too. Don't mishear me, right? But this section is really unique to your faculty member because that's information about that class, for that instructor, for that term. Okay, very specific things. Right? And these things include policies and rules like attendance, lateness, late work, technology in the classroom, food or drink, safety, and more. Some faculty members are okay with late work. They're totally okay with it completely. Other ones, absolutely not. Some give you some flexibility. Attendance, food and drink policies as well. Sometimes they vary from classroom to classroom, faculty member to faculty member, right? There's also information on different types of assignments, grading scales, weights, notes on exams, major and minor assignments, and the course schedules, and more, right? So keep that in mind too, that they're all kind of different in this context too, okay? There's a video on syllabi and breaking that down if you want more information on this too, but bottom line is that these sections are very unique to your faculty members, that term for that class, for that moment in time, okay? Right. In-class mastery learning, right? Let's talk about this real quick. Who's in charge of your learning while you're in class? The faculty member, right? They're in charge of their classroom. You can influence this, but you can't control. You can ask questions, you can make suggestions, you can kind of engage in different things, but the faculty member kind of sets the tone for the learning in class, right? So you need to figure out how to learn the material. Your instructor might be lecture-based, and you're like, I learn better in groups. Well, your instructor is lecture-based. You have to make those adjustments, right? And so one of the keys to this is active learning, right? And your supports can offer you some solid tips on how to engage in class so you can help learn more while you're in class. Out-of-class learning. Right? Who's in charge of your learning while you're out of class? You are, right? You are. You have complete control. And in fact, college is about developing these independent learning skills, right? In college, you spend very little time with your faculty members, but a lot of time with the material that you need to learn, right? Again, active learning here is key. Your supports can offer you tips in this as well. Speaking of supports, let's move on to that topic here, right? So your college supports include things like your faculty member, of course. Their office hours are there for you to come in and visit them. Tutors, learning specialists like me, success coaches, your advisors. Classmates are a real good support for you as well. Peer mentors, other mentors, and there's a video where we talk about the other mentors you should have in your life, right? Family members and friends, right? And other campus supports and other people in your life. There's a lot of people who can give you advice and tips on how to be successful. Just reach out to your support network. We want you to be successful, right? So one tip I want you to take away from all this too is remember you have multiple faculty members, you have multiple bosses, right? So sometimes it's very hard to keep all this stuff straight. So if you're taking 4 classes, right, and you have 4 classes, that means you have 4 bosses. And if you're working, you have 5, and you might have other responsibilities. So it's hard to keep all this stuff straight. So I really recommend students to create a short summary page of the particulars of each catch and review it regularly. So a summary page of each, like put all your classes, here's some of the things to include. 1 page for all your classes, some summary information, right? Like course information, right? Course title, section numbers, academic terms, that's just stuff to have, right? But faculty information, like, instructor's name and title, right? Their office hours, email address, phone numbers, voicemail, kind of capture all that stuff, right? And then policy information about attendance and lateness and late assignments, tech in the classroom, food or drink, and safety. Get that policy information there too. Now you can do this in writing or you can do this in an electronic form, but you should have it so you can kind of glance at it pretty quickly, right? So you want to have this short summary of the particulars of each class so you can review it regularly and quickly. So this can be a useful tool, right? So it can be useful to review before you head out to classes that day, right? So for instance, you're like, oh man, I don't feel like eating breakfast right now. Let me think, oh yeah, you know what? My 9 o'clock professor lets me eat lunch up. I can eat lunch I can eat food in the classroom, right? So you know what? Okay, I'm going to skip lunch. I'll grab something in a cafe and eat in class. My professor will be pretty cool about that, right? Maybe your professor's like, no food or drink in the classroom. These are the rules, right? In that case, you definitely want to eat breakfast before you launch yourself on the campus all day, right? So you want to review this stuff too. It's also very useful when you're working on assignments. Some instructors will say, hey, no problem with late assignments. Other assignments say, no, absolutely not. And you're juggling multiple assignments, you have multiple things going on. Sometimes you have to say, this one I have to do, this instructor will not take anything late. This one I have to put on the back burner and accept that it's late, but my professor will accept that it's late. Right? So you kind of sometimes have to make those hard choices, right? This information is also useful if there's a crisis situation that comes up. So if you need to, something happens, your car breaks down, you need to communicate something very quickly to all your faculty members, right? You can just email them all. You have all their contact information in one spot. You're not looking through multiple syllabi, okay? And there's other reasons over the course of the semester where this is kind of useful information to have, right? So remember, right, the diversity of your faculty members will be a strength. It's one of the big things that you have at any college, right? The diversity of your faculty members. But it also can be very challenging too. Organization and getting assistance can help you greatly with this area though. All right, so look for more videos on college essentials in the Student Success 101 series and reach out to your supports. And keep in mind, here at LCCC, we really do care about your success. All the best.